Chosen one, stop whatever you're doing and listen. This is not a random message. This is not coincidence. If this video found you, it's because God Himself guided your spirit here. He whispered your name in the heavenly realm and said, "Show this message to my chosen one because it's time. You have been praying. You have been fasting. You have been waiting. You've cried silent tears that no one saw but God. And now heaven has declared that the wait is over. Hear me clearly." God said, "Wear it on your finger now, because something massive is shifting in your life. You've been hidden, overlooked, underestimated. But that was God's protection. Because when the unveiling happens, when the wealth outburst begins, it will happen so fast it will silence every voice that doubted you. Child of God, this is your moment of divine transfer. Heaven's vaults are opening. God is preparing to pour supernatural resources into your hands, not for vanity, but for purpose. You've been chosen to steward kingdom wealth, to fund divine visions, to restore what the enemy has stolen. But listen carefully. This message comes with urgency and instruction. The ring is your sign of readiness. God is saying, put it on now and claim what's already yours. He's marking you as one of His anointed financiers of destiny. He's setting you apart for overflow. You are shifting from asking to owning, from believing to beholding, from hoping to harvesting. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 77. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video. Chosen one, your spirit knows this isn't just another message. You feel the pull in your chest. You feel the stirring in your spirit right now because this word was written with your name on it. Don't click away. Don't scroll past. Stay until the very end, because before this video is over, you will feel the shift. You will see the signs. You will know that this is the prophetic moment God has been preparing you for. Get ready, chosen one, because what's about to hit your life will be so swift, so supernatural, and so strategic that the only words you'll be able to say are, "This had to be God." This is no longer a time for hesitation. Heaven has spoken clearly. This is your divine instruction. The voice of the Almighty has called you by name and given you a direct order. Wear the turquoise stone now, not tomorrow, not when it's convenient, now, because the moment you obey, the moment you act in faith, a supernatural shift will take place in your life. This is not about superstition. It's about spiritual activation. God is not asking. He is commanding. Why? Because your time of suffering has reached its limit. You have endured silently, battled through storms, and waited longer than most would survive. But God never forgot you. He was preparing you for this very moment, and now the spiritual order has been issued. Either you wear the stone and walk into your wealth, or ignore it and stay stuck where you are. The choice is yours, but the opportunity is divine. The turquoise stone isn't just jewelry. It's a heaven-coded tool of wealth alignment sent directly for the chosen. It carries the frequency of abundance, and your hands daub the very tools you use to build, serve, and so are about to be anointed with prosperity. Wear it now and watch the doors of divine wealth fly open. God is not preparing to bless you. He's already done it. All that's left is your obedience. You are not ordinary. You are the chosen one. Your journey has been anything but easy, filled with trials, betrayals, and setbacks. But all of that pain had a purpose. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. You've reached the final step, and now God is saying just one more act of obedience, and the floodgates will open. That act, wearing the turquoise stone, the divine connector to your next level. Think of every prayer you've whispered in desperation, every tear you've cried when no one was watching, every moment you felt forgotten but still chose to believe. All of it has been leading to this. This isn't about fashion. This isn't about tradition. This is about destiny. God is using something simple, a stone, to release something supernatural. Faith is the key. Obedience is the doorway, and you're standing right in front of it. The fortune you've dreamed of, the resources you need to fulfill your purpose, the stability you've never known. It's all stored up and ready to pour into your life, but heaven moves at the speed of your obedience. One final step, one act of trust, one touch of the stone to your skin, and the divine transaction begins. God never gives small blessings to those He calls great. Your obedience isn't just triggering an average breakthrough. It's unleashing wealth beyond your imagination. We're not talking about what the world calls wealth. We're talking kingdom prosperity. Money, favor, influence, divine partnerships, and generational provision. God tests those He trusts, and now He's seen enough. Your test is over. Your obedience is your offering, and that offering will return to you in overflowing abundance. Remember how Abraham obeyed and became the father of nations. Remember how Moses stretched his hand and split a sea. These weren't grand actions, they were faithful ones. And your moment has come. Wear the stone, and like them, watch the impossible bow to your obedience. You don't need to chase success. It's about to chase you down. Unusual favor will follow you. Strange doors will open. People you've never met will want to help you. That's how divine wealth operates. It moves through channels you can't see. All it takes is one simple act of obedience. That's how powerful your faith is. How many nights did you cry yourself to sleep, wondering if things would ever change? How many times did you give while you had nothing? Forgive when it wasn't fair, and smile through silent pain. Heaven saw it all. God recorded every tear, and now He's saying, enough. Your season of suffering is over. Your time to reign has arrived. You weren't meant to live in lack. You were chosen to rule, lead, and uplift. But before the crown came the crushing, and you endured. That makes you dangerous in the spirit. That makes you ready. Now the turquoise stone is your signal, a physical, visible reminder that the time of waiting is done. You're no longer surviving. You're about to start thriving in ways that shock even you. This isn't just a new chapter. It's a whole new book. You're stepping into divine power, wealth that serves purpose, favor that fuels mission, and success that aligns with your spirit. Let the turquoise stone be your first step into a life of divine power. Wear it and walk like royalty, because that's who you've always been. Get ready, because what's coming is not just a blessing. It's a wealth outburst, not a slow trickle, not a delayed check, not just enough. We're talking about a divine explosion of resources from places you never saw coming, and it's going to land right in your hands. But those hands need to be prepared. Your hands, the very same hands that labored, gave, sweat, and served, are about to harvest supernatural rewards. But God is saying, prepare them, That's why the turquoise stone must rest on your finger. It is a divine magnet designed to align your spiritual energy with the vibration of prosperity. Once you wear it, your hands are no longer ordinary. They become channels of wealth. From this moment forward, expect the unexpected. Business opportunities will appear out of nowhere. Money will come from unknown sources. Debt will dissolve, and doors will swing open. The world may call it coincidence, but you'll know it's God's outburst of favor. Delays and doubts have kept you chained for too long. But listen closely. God is not a God of procrastination. His timing is perfect, and His command is urgent. The universe itself is now perfectly aligned for you to receive your breakthrough. But that breakthrough hinges on your response. Waiting any longer risks missing what has been divinely prepared just for you. Imagine standing at the edge of a waterfall, knowing the water will rush at any second, but you hesitate. The water represents your blessings, your prosperity, your divine inheritance. Every moment you delay, that flood waits without you. God is calling you to step forward, to activate your destiny through your obedience. This moment is not to be ignored or postponed. It is to be embraced. The spiritual forces surrounding you are primed and ready. Angels are stationed. Doors are open and blessings are lined up like soldiers ready for battle. But the key to unlock this arsenal is your immediate action. Wearing the turquoise stone is your weapon of faith. This is the final order. Delay no more. Step into the destiny God has carved out just for you. Prepare yourself, because what's coming will defy logic. Wealth is about to pour in from unexpected, even mysterious places. You won't recognize the sources, and that's the divine signature. God's ability to surprise and bless you beyond human understanding. It's not about how hard you work, but how faithfully you align with the divine. Think of Joseph in the Bible, who received blessings while imprisoned and rose to become a ruler in a foreign land. Or the widow who gave her last meal and was rewarded abundantly. These stories echo your own spiritual blueprint. The wealth you're about to receive is not limited by human means. It is supernatural provision flooding in from places you can't yet see. The universe is an abundant place, but its treasures are often hidden in plain sight. This is your season of revelation. God is turning the invisible visible. Watch as financial miracles and favor come without effort or explanation. This is the mark of the chosen one. Divine provision that shatters earthly expectations. This is where faith meets action in the most tangible way possible. The moment that turquoise stone touches your finger, something supernatural ignites inside you. Your hands, once ordinary, become tools of divine multiplication. Money will begin to flow to you like a river, steady, abundant, unstoppable. You've probably heard the phrase, money doesn't grow on trees. But here's a truth you can hold on to. With God, money flows from places you wouldn't expect, and your hands will be the conduits. Wearing this stone will align your energy with prosperity, activating hidden channels in your spiritual realm that translate into real-world wealth. Countless testimonies speak of how small acts of faith sparked massive financial transformations. This is your chance to become one of those stories. As you wear the stone, watch opportunities, bonuses, gifts, and unexpected payments start appearing in your life. This is the divine multiplication at work. Faith wrapped in obedience. Just like you prepare your heart for blessing, you must prepare the stone that carries your fortune. This is a sacred ritual designed to align the stone's energy with your spirit and the divine will. Washing the stone in salt water cleanses it of any negative vibrations, while rubbing it with silver or a coin charges it with the frequency of wealth. This process isn't arbitrary. It's spiritual science. Salt is known historically as a purifier, removing impurities and protecting against evil. Silver symbolizes clarity, value, and divine favor. By combining these elements, you're activating the stone's full power to attract blessings and abundance. When you finish this ritual, the stone becomes more than an accessory. It becomes your spiritual anchor, your beacon to the universe that you're ready to receive. This preparation honors the process, deepens your connection, and intensifies the wealth vibration coming your way. Treat this act with reverence. It's your gateway to transformation. The turquoise stone is no ordinary gem. It carries the sacred vibration of abundance that has traveled through centuries and cultures, connecting you to a spiritual legacy of wealth and protection. This stone has been revered across civilizations as a powerful talisman of prosperity, healing, and divine favor. It holds within it the unique energy to unlock pathways to unlimited riches, not just in money, but in blessings, opportunities, and spiritual power. Imagine this. Every time you wear the turquoise stone, you are literally placing the master key to your destiny on your finger. This key opens doors that no human hand can pry open. It bridges the invisible realm of divine provision with the tangible reality of financial breakthroughs. It awakens your spiritual frequency to match the high vibration of wealth, the kind of wealth that flows freely and abundantly because it is aligned with God's will. But this key works only in your hands, your active, obedient hands. It requires your faith and commitment. Like a sacred contract between you and the heavens, the turquoise stone says, "I am ready." And when you wear it with reverence and intention, you're telling the universe that you are prepared to receive all that has been reserved for you. It's your divine invitation to a wealth that cannot be measured by money alone. Behind the scenes, God is orchestrating a perfect symphony of divine connections just for you. He is aligning people, places, and opportunities that will act as vessels to carry the wealth destined for your life. These connections might come in the form of a mentor, a business partner, a sudden job offer, or even a chance meeting that changes everything. And here's the truth. These encounters will feel so perfectly timed, so divinely orchestrated that you'll know they are nothing short of miraculous. Think about stories from history and scripture. Joseph, who met Pharaoh's cupbearer in prison and eventually rose to power. Or Esther, whose courage in meeting the king changed the fate of her people. Your story is no different. Divine appointments are being prepared for you right now. The turquoise stone acts as a beacon, calling these forces to your life. You don't have to chase these connections. They will come to you like a magnet pulls iron filings, but only if your spiritual energy is aligned and your heart is ready. Wearing the stone is a sign to the universe that you are in tune with this divine plan, signaling that you're open to receiving not only wealth, but the wisdom, favor, and alliances that accompany it. It may feel like coincidence, but the universe is moving in your favor with perfect precision. Every cosmic element, the stars, the planets, the unseen spiritual realms are aligning to work for you. The laws of attraction are no accident. They respond to energy, faith, and intention. And right now, every piece of the cosmic puzzle has shifted to ensure your breakthrough. You are literally holding the master key to unlock this divine favor. The turquoise stone in your hand is a tangible representation of the invisible forces at work. It symbolizes your role as a co-creator with God in manifesting a life filled with abundance. When you wear this stone, you become the focal point of universal alignment, where all the energies, vibrations, and blessings converge. But remember, this alignment requires your active participation. Your belief, your faith, and your obedience keep the universe's favor flowing in your direction. It's a sacred partnership, you and the universe working hand in hand to bring forth your breakthrough, your blessing, your destiny. Some may call it magic or superstition, but what you're experiencing is far beyond that. It's a sacred divine transfer of power and prosperity. This transfer is a testament to God's grace and sovereignty, an intentional flow of blessing that bridges the spiritual and physical worlds. It's the embodiment of kingdom principles working in your life. When you wear the turquoise stone, you are not invoking luck or chance. You are activating a covenant with God. It's a powerful exchange where your faith unlocks heavenly resources and God's power flows through you to manifest miracles. This is spiritual economics at work. Seed time and harvest, sowing and reaping on a divine scale. Many before you have walked this path, from the great patriarchs to modern-day believers who stepped out in faith and saw their lives transformed. This divine transfer is real and tangible. It's available to you now. Embrace it fully, knowing that what you hold is a gateway to an unstoppable flow of power and prosperity. The moment the turquoise stone touches your finger, spiritual channels open wide and rivers of fortune begin to flow. This isn't metaphorical. It's a real dynamic shift. Your energy field changes, attracting wealth, favor, and opportunity like a magnet draws metal. Suddenly, what was once difficult becomes easy. What was once scarce becomes abundant. Imagine a garden after a long drought suddenly drenched by rain. Your life will experience that same refreshing flood. Doors that were closed will swing open with ease. Unexpected checks, gifts, and opportunities will surprise you. Your business, career, and finances will begin to grow exponentially. But there's a key. This flow stays open only when you keep the stone close, keep your faith strong, and guard your spirit against negativity. The turquoise stone is your spiritual faucet. Once opened, it requires your intentional care and protection to maintain this abundant flow. Stay committed, and the channels of fortune will never run dry. This is the moment of decision, the moment where you rise above the crowd, above the ordinary, and step into your divine destiny. Wearing the turquoise stone is more than an act. It's a declaration that you are ready to walk the path of the chosen. It's the difference between watching others succeed and being the one others watch succeed. While many hesitate, doubt, or ignore God's instructions, you are answering the call with boldness and faith. This simple, powerful act sets you apart. It is your badge of honor, your spiritual armor, your symbol of divine favor. Remember, the chosen are not those who never struggle, but those who never give up. This act of obedience will be the foundation of your breakthrough story, one you'll tell for years to come. Wear the stone proudly, live boldly, and watch as God's promises unfold in ways you've only dreamed of. Perfect. This is where the message deepens and reaches its emotional and spiritual climax. For too long you've carried the weight of silent battles, the nights of worry, the seasons of waiting, the moments when it seemed like the heavens were quiet. But hear this clearly. The struggle is over. Heaven has heard your cries, seen your faith, and recorded your endurance. The spiritual gates that were once closed are now wide open, releasing a reward so magnificent it will silence every doubt and erase every pain. This is the divine moment you've been waiting for. Your tears were not wasted. They were investments in your destiny. Every sleepless night was a seed, and now the harvest is here. The delay was never denial. It was divine timing aligning with your readiness. Heaven had to prepare you, shape you, and purify your heart before releasing this outpouring of favor and wealth. Now the angels of abundance are moving on your behalf. You will begin to notice a sudden ease. Things that were once hard will begin to flow effortlessly. It's not luck, it's divine release. When heaven opens, no earthly force can close it. You have passed the test. You have endured the refining fire. And now the reward that was stored up in heaven is being released directly into your life. From this day forward, you will walk differently. The struggle that once defined you will become your testimony. You will speak of this season as the turning point when everything changed, when the hand of God moved and your name was written among the favored. The famine has ended. The flood of blessings has begun. You were not born to struggle. You were born to serve a divine mission, and that mission cannot be fulfilled through lack or limitation. God knows that your purpose requires resources, spiritual, emotional, and financial. The turquoise stone is not just about personal gain. It's a spiritual tool designed to fund your divine assignment. The wealth that's coming is not just for you. It's for the world you are meant to impact. Too often the chosen ones confuse humility with poverty, but true humility is obedience, not deprivation. When you wear the stone, you are declaring to heaven that you are ready to manage abundance with wisdom, compassion, and purpose. The wealth coming your way will fund visions, bless families, and transform communities. You are being entrusted with divine currency, not just money, but miraculous provision that fuels your mission. Look at history. Every great spiritual leader, every kingdom builder, every prophet who shifted the world carried divine provision with them. Joseph had Pharaoh's resources. Esther had royal favor. Solomon had unmatched wealth, all used for God's glory. You are next in that lineage. God is calling you to activate your financial mantle, to prepare yourself to be the vessel of divine generosity. This is your moment of alignment. Don't shy away from the abundance that's meant for you. Don't resist the overflow because of fear or guilt. God is expanding your hands to hold more because your mission requires it. The turquoise stone is your signal to heaven that you are ready to step into divine stewardship. Activate your wealth, and with it activate your purpose. The waiting season is over. God Himself has spoken. You are ready, ready to receive, ready to rise, ready to claim what's been rightfully yours all along. The inheritance that was delayed has not been denied. Heaven was simply preparing your heart, your faith, and your strength for this very moment of claiming. You've walked through storms that would have broken others. You've stayed faithful when quitting seemed easier. You've prayed when hope was thin. And because of that endurance, you are now stepping into a divine reward that will make every tear worth it. God is saying, now is your time. Take possession of what I promised. This isn't just about financial abundance. It's about reclaiming your identity. The enemy tried to make you forget who you were, chosen, favored, and destined for greatness. But today, heaven is restoring your authority. The turquoise stone is your seal of readiness, a spiritual crown on your finger, reminding you that you've crossed from preparation to manifestation. Don't wait for someone to hand it to you. Claim it, speak it, walk in it. You are not asking for what's not yours. You are taking hold of what heaven has already released in your name. The promise has your signature on it. Stand tall. The time of readiness is now. Every act of obedience sends ripples through heaven. When you take that single simple step to wear the turquoise stone in faith, you activate a divine law that causes heaven to respond immediately. Your obedience becomes the key that unlocks the floodgates of blessings, pouring favor, wealth, and opportunities that your mind can barely comprehend. The Bible says, if you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. This is that moment in action. Heaven has already prepared your portion, but the gates won't open until you act. Obedience is not about understanding everything. It's about trusting that God knows what's on the other side of your faith. The floodgates don't open slowly. They burst, and when they do, blessings flow so quickly that you'll wonder where they've been hiding. People will call it coincidence, but you'll know it was divine timing. Every bill, every burden, every closed door, all of it begins to crumble. The moment obedience meets opportunity, wear the stone as a prophetic act. It's your physical yes to heaven. The moment it touches your hand, expect the unexpected. The flood is coming, and it's not a drizzle. It's a downpour of divine provision. Even as you read these words, something is shifting. The air around you is changing. You can feel it. The weight lifting, the hope rising, the energy shifting from lack to overflow. What you're feeling is not imagination. It's the supernatural shift that happens when heaven begins to realign your atmosphere. For years, you've lived under resistance, invisible barriers that made progress feel impossible. But those barriers are breaking right now. Your energy field, your finances, your relationships, and your mindset are all being recalibrated to attract what God has already prepared. The turquoise stone acts as a conductor of this energy, amplifying your alignment with divine flow. You'll start noticing small signs, doors opening easily, money coming unexpectedly, peace replacing anxiety. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. Heaven is showing you that the spiritual climate has changed in your favor. You are walking under an open heaven. Don't let fear or doubt pull you back into the old atmosphere. Keep your faith strong. Keep the stone close. The shift is happening faster than you think, and soon your entire environment, spiritual and physical, will reflect the abundance you were born to carry. The truth is this: your breakthrough isn't just near, it's knocking at your door. You have spent so long preparing, enduring, praying, and believing, and now the heavens have positioned you perfectly to receive without hesitation or limitation. This is not a moment for doubt or delay. It is a moment for action, faith, and bold reception. When breakthrough comes, it doesn't come in small trickling streams. It comes as a tidal wave of blessings, ready to flood every area of your life. Your finances, your health, your relationships, and your spiritual power will all be impacted. And the best part, you are fully equipped to handle this shift because your faith and obedience have prepared you for this very season. Get ready to step into a new chapter where scarcity is replaced by surplus, struggle by ease, and waiting by celebration. This breakthrough is the divine reward for your relentless faithfulness. Now is the time to open your hands wide and receive everything God has been holding back, not out of punishment, but out of preparation. Remember, sometimes the universe moves faster than we expect. Your breakthrough may arrive suddenly when you least expect it, but are most ready. Wear the turquoise stone. Stand firm in faith and prepare yourself to welcome this abundance with a heart full of gratitude. It's easy to lose hope when you've been walking through a wilderness, a dry, barren place where nothing seems to grow or flourish. But take heart because your desert season is ending. The stones you've carried, the prayers you've whispered in silence, are about to transform that wilderness into a blooming garden of abundance. The turquoise stone is not just a symbol of wealth, it's a spiritual catalyst for renewal. It's the signal that your dry spells will be replaced with rivers of blessings. Where once you saw scarcity, you will now witness overflowing provision. The challenges that drained you will become stepping stones to your greatest victories. Just as a garden requires water, sun, and care, your life requires this divine activation. When you wear the stone, you invite the showers of heaven that revive and restore. Flowers of favor, fruit of opportunities, and trees of peace will grow in the fertile ground of your heart. Imagine the joy of walking through your life's garden, seeing the fruits of your labor and faith blooming everywhere. The wilderness was never meant to be permanent. It was preparation for a harvest so abundant that your story will inspire generations. Prepare yourself for the unexpected. Money and provision will begin showing up in ways you've never seen before. It could be a forgotten refund, a gift from a stranger, an unexpected commission, or an opportunity so perfectly timed it feels miraculous. These signs are clear messages from heaven that your financial breakthrough is not just coming, it's already here. This sudden appearance of resources is a divine confirmation. It's heaven's way of saying this is just the beginning. Don't dismiss these blessings as luck or coincidence. Instead, recognize them as spiritual markers showing that the universe is realigning to serve you. Many have testified that once they wore their stone and stepped out in faith, money began flowing from unlikely places, from closed doors, opening to unseen hands, releasing provision. These aren't just stories. They are testimonies of divine faithfulness and supernatural provision.